I know you been running on empty, running on empty, running on empty. I know you been something things. Do ya? Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Ned Loves Paul and Rose Paul. Steve will do it on YouTube, and apparently he did do it, but now he got fired from YouTube, which is actually pretty impressive. Now, the thing about getting fired from YouTube is that I got fired from YouTube once. I used to have an old YouTube account where I traveled to 48 states. I literally traveled to every single place in all of America, excluding Hawaii and Alaska, because that's the United States of America too. And sadly, that account and all those videos got deleted. But what happened is that I was on medication. I was going to like other YouTube channels, and I was just basically being very disrespectful, very explicit, and like leaving like a whole bunch of comments that were, it wasn't me. I was like on medication, and YouTube literally just deleted my account. But you're watching me right now. So what happened was, I think it was like 3 days, YouTube gave me a second chance. And that was, I couldn't realize it at the time, but it was such a hard smack on the wrist. It's like you get like a smack on the wrist that like brings tears to your eyes. You know, because that's like, I mean, I spent thousands and thousands, probably tens and thousands of dollars on that YouTube account, because it was like, I'm pretty sure that I remember I had like 1,000 videos. I'm pretty sure that like I had like upwards of 1,000, 1,100 videos. And all of those videos got erased. Not only was I leaving nasty comments on like, I was like the top YouTubers at the time, the top YouTubers accounts, and like leaving like nasty things. Like there was like this couples account, I forgot like the name of them, but like I was like leaving like, oh, I'm gonna like fuck your girl or anything. Not only was I leaving like comments like that, I was also making videos of saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, or oh yeah, like you're so terrible, or like this, and like, and it really did stem from, you know, being on psych medication, because I was in a car accident. And I like, even though that like I'm off medication now and like, you know, clear as I am right now, I still don't understand, like, I was in a car accident and then the doctors immediately put me on psych medication. And then they didn't even give me medication because like my back was hurting. It's just like, I wasn't like trying to play that game. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was playing it up a little bit. I was like, oh, my back's hurting, but my back was hurting. And they didn't even give me any pain meds, but they gave me like Depakote. It's like Depakote and then 2 other medications that I was like taking. It was like these big ass horse pills. And so like when I was like in that state of mind, I was like making a whole bunch of YouTube videos that were just basically putting down other YouTubers. And like, it wasn't me, like I wouldn't do that anymore, but it's just like YouTube did just go ahead and take away my privileges of being able to make YouTube videos. After those doctors put me on psych medication, everything in the universe came together in the most perfect, horrible way. That I was, you know, taking these psych medications. I was taking these pills prescribed by a doctor. I see on the side of the road a Ford Expedition for $400. It worked. I bought it. I got the title. Buzzing on medication. I drive all the way from Valley Center, California, straight to Logan Paul's front gate. I start screaming at the top of my lungs, Logan! Logan! I forgot what I said, but I did record it. I vlogged it of right before I got arrested. And I'm gonna leave the link to that video in the description of me in front of Logan Paul's house screaming, and his security guard trying to stop me. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm crying. It gets to the point where like I finally calm down. I'm not vlogging anymore. I sit there. My SUV is parked right in the middle of like the road in front of like, he had like 2 entryways and it was like parked like right in the middle. And Logan was actually home at the time. Like he mentioned it in like one of his podcasts or like whatever, of like, oh, this crazy guy, he showed up. And I actually got like, there was a helicopter and 6 police officers came for me. And then I was, you know, they handcuffed me. They had to put 2 or 3 handcuffs on me. I'm sitting in the back of the cop car. I'm waiting for him to say, oh, you can't do this, and then let me go. And then the cops get in the car, and then we start driving away. And I was like, oh, no, I just got arrested for the first time. So I'm like, all right, this is a thing. So, you know, I get arrested. And as we're turning around, you know, the tow truck is taking my Ford Expedition away. Which the story with that happened is that later down, like I had to sign it over to them because I couldn't afford to get it out. So I literally had to sign the title of the Ford Expedition and just give it to them. I get arrested, you know, I get out, stand in front of the judge. She says, we're going to put you in a halfway house for 90 days. If you don't mess up, we'll let you go. What a halfway house is like jail. It's like jail, but you can leave, but you have to be back by 11 o'clock at night. That was like the rules. So I killed the 90 days. You know, obviously, like, I'm like, this is the very first time, like, the judge obviously looked at my record. He's like, oh, you have nothing on your record, everything. Looking back, that's a little bit harsh, though. 3 months for essentially, like, trespassing. Like, oh, you're trespassing in places where you're not supposed to be. You know, 3 months, 90 days of, like, being in this halfway house. But, like, I'm like, what? Like, I completely agree with it. Just like when YouTube deleted my account, looking back, like, I agree with it. It's just like, and I'm so glad that, you know, I went through that process of, like, getting arrested and going deeper with this story. I'm sorry, but going deeper with this story is that, like I got arrested right from the Logan Paul thing, and then my little brother, he bailed me out. And then within that week from Valley Center, I went back to Los Angeles, and then I went in front of Paramount Studios, and I humped the front gate, and I told them, like, the guard finally came out, like, can we help you? And then I would just, like, either give me a job, you know, like being an actor, either give me a job or call the police. And then a few other things happened, and then, you know, eventually, like, they called the police, and then I was arrested again. But that bail, you know, the bail, I'm sorry, there's like there's a police officer I'm looking at over there. The bail for the Logan Paul thing was $20,000, and then the bail for the Paramount Studios was $1,000. So, like, those put together, they're like, all right, we're gonna put you in a halfway house for 90 days. So what the halfway house was, it was like an apartment that, like, and you share it with a person. Now, this guy, he was like one of, like, my best friends. He became like one of my best friends, like, hands down. Like, he was like a meth head. He did, like, what is called Pookie. It's like methamphetamine. And, like, you know, we went on because we can go in and out, you know, like, we can leave the halfway house. We got in, like, to a whole bunch of adventures and everything like that. But at the end of the 90 days, it was very abrupt. It was very sudden, of that the judge said, all right, you did a good thing. And then you go back to the halfway house, you pack up your duffel bag, and holy shit, you're homeless again. I become homeless again. I'm, like, out of, like, I'm freaking living inside of a tent. Like, I literally, I go. Like, I get to the point to where I'm, like, fully independent. I buy my truck, and then, like, now here I am. So what I'm saying about this SteveWillDoIt thing is I'm wondering if he actually legitimately tried to remake a channel, because apparently, like, his thing was like the gambling thing. And, you know, I'm actually pretty horrible at making these YouTube videos, because I'm wondering if he actually did, because I probably should have researched if he did start, like, a new YouTube channel or not. but I'm not watching YouTube videos right now, so I can't be on YouTube because like it's just like, anywho, I was gonna make a new YouTube channel that was gonna be called Steve Will Do It, but it's Paul Frazier, you know, just to get that clout, just to get that sweet views and subscribers and everything like that. I was thinking about doing that, but I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and just keep my YouTube channel. But it's kind of weird because I seen Steve Will Do It in person. I seen him for the very first time at Zoo Culture, and like I saw him, and like I thought he was just kind of one of like Bradley Martin's bullies. Like I thought he was just like one of the background people or like whatever thing, or like what that. But he was like walking around, and like people were freaking out like when they were like seeing him and everything like that. But I thought it was for Brad. It was for Steve, but I wonder if he's actually like a good person or not.
I know it looks like I'm sitting here calm and quiet, but my heart rages inside it. It's a goddamn